Okay, back onto the Western Port again. Second trip in a row. Squidhead, pilchard, beautiful sunrise, beautiful conditions. We're going to see how they run here on the early morning. Early April 2023. Okay, here we go. Let's see if there's any action around. Come on, take it. Take it. Oh yeah, that's a good run. Screaming run. May have gone over that other line, I think, on the pilchard. Really good run. Swimming up current as if it may be a gummy. Find out. Oh. Might be an eagle ray actually. Doing circle work. Could very well be an eagle. I think. Oh, it's a gummy. Oh, we've got some going. Oh no, got me wrapped up. Oh no. Jeez. Put up a stink. Nice one. Beautiful. Very nice conditions. A little bit of a weed in the top of the Western Port, but good enough to fish. Picked up the nice legal gummy early on. Hoping for a few of the late season snapper that I got in the last trip. Last weekend, but we'll see. Okay, the tide's turned, and hopefully the snapper are going to come on here in these nice conditions. Pilchards on both rods. Just going to crush some pilchards up and get a burley trail going on the start of the run out. Try and generate some action. Just some crushed pillies wafting around in the start of that tide. Might be enough to get them going. Oh, hello. Could it be a red on the turn of the tide? Be nice if it was a nice reddy. And it is a nice red on the turn of the tide. Exactly what we're after. We should use the landing net on this one, so there's no mistakes. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not much evidence of reds on the run in, but just the tide started to turn. And there we go. Nice little reddy on a pilchard there. It's taken it well down too. Sometimes something's got to change to bring the results on, but there we go. Beautiful. Late season, good size pink, small snap. Lovely. run. Great run. Oh yeah, it's good fish. Swim towards the canoe. Gotta be a gummy. Doing that, gotta be. Yeah, gotta be a gum. Gotta be a gum boot. Not on the anchor rope, is it? That'd be on the anchor rope. It's on the anchor rope, damn it. Oh, you bugger. Well, he's made a right real mess, this thing. Alright. There's gummy number 2 for the morning. Nice one. Well, that's a wrap. Autumn in Melbourne and beautiful conditions. Must be close to 20 degrees, just perfect. Absolute perfection. Low wind, virtually a glass out. And Western Ports produce the goods. A couple of nice keeper gummies and a decent sort of mid-40s red. So that's a great way to spend the morning. Lovely. Okay, back from a trip. Bit of a wash up and a tidy up job to do. And I'm going to get into the filleting table down the back there and give the filleting of the gummies a bit of a go to show you guys at home. Okay, going to give these gummies a clean up. Step number 1 is you want a nice flat surface to get the fillets off the gummy sharks. There's a couple of legal gummies, 2 male gummies in fact. These are the ones ideally to keep. You know they're male because they've got these structures on the bottom here indicating a male gummy shark. Also picked up a nice snapper there as well. Anyway, start with a nice level base and your half decent filleting knife. I'm going to put this on my head and proceed from here. Get yourself a little area you can dump all the offcuts, the fins, the guts, etc. And yeah, step number 1, take your gummy and take the fins off. I find is a good starting point. Just discard the fins. Roll him over. The dorsal fins are off. Pectoral fins, take them off as well. These ones down the back, get rid of them. Okay, bit of guts. So you really want those fins off to give yourself a smooth run at getting the fillets cleanly off. There you go, that's step number 1. Nice clean gummy shark, nothing's going to get in the way. And then what you want to do, as you can see, European wasps are around this time of year in Melbourne, hanging around for a bit of a protein fix, is you just cut down. I tend to cut down until I feel that central sort of structure. It's not a spine as such, but something similar to it. And then I cut through the stomach end. Now, the belly end, you can actually keep this belly section there and actually get some nice fillets off this belly section of the shark a little bit later on. We'll just hold that for a minute. Come back to your main part and run your filleting knife along the main sort of body, the central spine. It's not a spine, but what is a similar to a spine in a gummy. You just run the filleting knife alongside that as far as you can go, right down to the tail, and cut off. And there you go. There's one primo fillet, gummy fillet on one side. You come back to the main body of the gummy and you rotate around this side. Again, you want to use your flat structure that you've got here, and you run your filleting knife in and just repeat on this side, running up against the edge of that pseudo spine. As you go, you press down firmly and let the knife do the work as you run along that edge. You don't want to dig into the edge too much, you just want enough to remove all the flesh off one side of the shark, and then you press right down to the end like so. Cut out at the end. There's your second fillet. You got two main fillets off the body. You're left with this part here. You can actually keep this section here and get some nice meat out of that, and the remnants of the shark are really for the discard. So you just take the shark and you cut this section off to save a few little fillets. You can actually get some nice belly fillets off this section. This section here, you keep that, always keep that, and that's it. That's a gummy shark on a diet. Jokes. That's a gummy shark frame. That can pretty much go in the bin. That can be discarded. You don't need that, geez, the wasps are around. Then you're going to come back to the gummy shark. The two main fillets. I'll just do one as a demo, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to tidy up that little belly section to maximise our gains. You basically run the knife into the tail edge like this, like so. Put your fingers in to this little section down the end there, and then run the knife away from your body. As you're going, just let the filleting knife work on the inner edge of that skin, and just work it away from your hand, your left hand that's holding down the skin, just to remove any skin off the fillet. We're going to end up with a beautiful gummy fillet at the end of it all, like so. Skin, no flesh on it. You can tell there's no flesh on it because you end up with this red and white pattern, like that. That's for the bin, and that's it. That's essentially boneless fillet of gummy shark right there. One anyway. Okay, so I can put that to one side. I'll come back and quickly run this one off while I'm here. Don't press too hard, just let the side to side and let the knife work its way along that edge while it takes the skin off. Right through to the end, skin, discarded. These fillets are pretty much good to go. There's nothing wrong with them. And then you come back to this little belly section that's often is or sometimes forgotten. And you can just pretty much dig in at one end and run along like that. And just take the skin off the belly to give two little mini fillets at the end like that. That's good as well. All good to go. I'm more than happy to cook it with the lining. Some people like to remove it, but that's it. At the very end, that's a gummy shark filleting, job done. Come back and just tidy it up, touch, give it a rinse, And really that's all good to go. I'll do the same with this other gummy in a minute, and we'll supplement it with a pinky out the back, and that's it. That's really it. Hopefully I've given you a bit of a heads up on how to deal with the gummies after capture. Awesome feeding fish. For their size, you can really get some big, beautiful fillets out of them if you tidy them up properly. Hopefully I've given you a bit of an indicator and some tips on how to do that. So yeah, gummy sharks, great value fillets. Hope you enjoyed.